Kako thuumemen kubor, taktosepkos erith. Kuborenko se kastlopor, umid abodakos turith. Azmella shormeran luskal, o kapgothum ubasolak. Idos babinus sennikal, aroltosep sholildak. O kagothum ubas, alora nanadas. O kapgothum zulash saram, astos tosevakam. Idingulla vussotar, egen fatkal ortunen. Nanoth urist, ekastad, nanoth ikal odhenen. Sanad rausch, vikuk bekom, aroltakan risivom. O kab nanoth ostar gothum, sipos agonolvom. O kab gothum ubas, alora nanatas. O kab gothum zulash saram, astos tosebakam. Nanothtoset umasurist. Nirid nobinkul avus otad osnilnist. Okam gothum goskobor avot kakitek hastkas. Okad gothum gosnokad ubas arisma birakas. Okad gothum ubas. Alora nanatas. O kap gothum zulash saram, astos tosebakam.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Okab Gothum, or Cripple Bottoms, an original by Mr. Goat in the style of Mr. Goat singing in fucking Dwarvish from Dwarf Fortress. That is some next level shit. I'm amazed and pleased to see that back. I want more Dwarf music in this world. We need such strange things to stay young, I feel. But now it is time for Dwarf Fortress. And that was, well, the story of Cripple Bottoms, which was the last time we streamed Dwarf Fortress. So what I need to do is actually open my Dwarf Fortress, and for those of you curious, I'm using the Lazy Noob Pack, because there's the sound of it. Oh man, and here we go. We're gonna go over and transition to the land of make-believe, also known as the land of I hope it captures the right fucking thing. Alright, it is not responding per normal. But that's normal with Dwarf Fortress. You just need to give it a minute. It just needs a minute to think about it. Because it's Dwarf Fortress, and sometimes you have to play with a window. And sometimes you have to pray. Now, some people are thinking that the next version of Dwarf Fortress... Oh, shit! That always scares me. Alright, so thank you, Toady, for the delay. Appreciated. Alright, so we have some choices. I can play with default Dwarf Fortress music, or, if you hate it, I can try to get SoundSense to work, but SoundSense is fucky. Alright? So, the question is, which would you like? And thank you guys for the donations, I appreciate it. I figured if we're gonna celebrate anything, let's celebrate a history of good causes, huh? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you want to use this very peaceful, very subtle ambiance of guitar, which is a nice, long, slow, cozy piece? Or do you want me to try to get sound synths to work, which will probably be very aggravating and require me to fuck with my sound levels for a bit? Classic, sound synths, OG's fine. All right, try sound synths. If it doesn't work, it's final. That's interesting. How about we start with original, and then when the original thing drives me nuts, we go to sound synths, okay? Because sound synths is great. Sound synths is like, if I can last this for a bit, how's that sound? Is that all right? I think that's fair. That's fair. Okay. We got to create a world. I'm going to do this live. Now, for those of you who think that the Render PC and the TextTalks Battletech PC and my gaming PC are all one machine with lots of money in it, you are smoking crack. The Render PC is a different thing. So my computer is the least upgraded computer in this house. And I finally just recently put off a massive graphics card upgrade and celebrated it by playing Dwarf Fortress. So here's what we're going to do is we're going to find out how fun creating a world is. Now, I know some people are going to say create smaller worlds. And yes, we're going to be doing that. We're going to do a short history so we are not here forever. And we'll make mineral occurrence frequent, and I think that'll do. This is pretty decent for a starter world. And you make something that's not too big. I've made a very gross amalgamation of like the UK plus some tumors to the west. It just looks blobby. Wow, that is an interesting map. I always like making these little cartography maps with Dwarf Fortress and kind of looking at the worlds. And good evening, everyone, and thank you all for the fine donations. All right, let's see. What are we gonna do here? We gotta have our high-res ASCII. Okay, I'm going to enter and accept the world, and I'm going to try not to click out of this window at any point, or else this will stop. Everyone say hi to Goat, and tell him thank you for writing a new Dwarf Fortress Dwarven song to celebrate a fortress. Like, please, 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 please celebrate that. That is fucking rare these days. Simon Sverre is like nowhere to be seen. Where is he? What happened? Where's the rest of his stuff? All right, we're gonna start a world. All right. Dwarf Fortress. Here we go. Creatures. Processing raw data. There we go. All right. Now we get to choose. This is where Mr. Tex is gonna sound very old and be like, "Where are his glasses?" I am old. I have been on YouTube a long time. I need my old man goggles. 1 second. All right. Play Dwarf Fortress, they said. It's easy. Okay. Hi, Goat. So we're gonna go, and we're gonna go look for things. Let's see. The Hills of Domination. Now, that sounds naughty. What else we got? Hills of Domination. I'm looking for something different. Let's see. Hills of Domination. No. Jungles of Lilacs. That sounds like a scent of an airport bottle of shampoo or something. All right, let's see. Serene Surroundings. No, I don't think I'll be doing that. Let's see. I see a volcano. 1 second. Let me see. And that is a volcano. The Desert of Tattoos. The Desert of Tattoos. And it's a volcano called the Rage of Mist. Now, I'm not seeing an aquifer, so let me subtly move my window around the tippy top of this volcano. Now, it says trees are scarce, which is alarming, but it's the top of a fucking volcano. So I think that I'm fine with it. I'm going to try to expand the area a little bit. Yeah. All right. I think we'll be all right. I know the Ox has a drinking game, and I know there are certain words that are triggering them. One of them being, don't worry about it. Who wants to try to tunnel into a volcano? I think that tunneling into a volcano is a fine way to start the evening, don't you? Let's go into the volcano, shall we? E for embark. Large area if you experience lag. Yeah, I don't care. Now, I need to play now, and I need to prepare for the journey carefully, and I'm going to use a custom start here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to the items. 2 miners, and all right, that's fine. That's fine. Pigtails. Nope. Cave wheat. No. 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 Nope. Nope. I'm simple in my land. Nope. I only take myself some plump helmets. Good enough for Granddad. If you take enough plump helmets, why, you make yourself go anywhere. Actually, we're going to take some buckets, splints, crutches, wheelbarrows, and step ladders. We're actually going to need at least some of that. So we got some booze, and we'll be fine. We'll be just fine. We're just going to dig into a volcano. No big deal. Now, I'm going to have a miner, right? And this miner is also going to be an engraver. I'm going to make them pretty good at both. This guy's going to be a miner, and this guy's going to be a mason, right? Slightly different. Now, this guy's not going to be a miner. He's going to be a woodcutter, and he's going to be a carpenter. Now, some people are out there screaming and saying, this is inviting disaster, Tex. Please don't do this. I can't hear you, though, because I'm the one playing Dwarf Fortress. You can play your own game. I hear them screaming, and I'm not looking at chat. So, what we have is we have 3 people we need, and I need someone who is good at brewing the shit out of things. Hello, Mr. Train. Thank you. It would not be a celebration without Mr. Train. Upvote for Mr. Train, please. Mr. Train. Thank you. Anyways, back to the game. We're going to get back to, he's going to be a brewer, and he's going to grow the shit out of things, right? We're going to have some fun. We're going to do a brewer here, and we're going to do a grower. Yeah, these are called booze smiths. Their job is to grow and brew things, you know? And don't worry, it's just a volcano. It's just a volcano. The volcano is obvious. It's the obvious evil. I don't have to worry so much. It's a volcano. There's no other secret evil, surely. Just the obvious volcano and nothing else. So we have the volcano, and then we have, let's see, what else do I want? I think I might go with someone who is just, trying to remember the job. No. Wordsmith, no. Student, pacifier, comedian, record keeper. Yes. Appraiser, record keeper. We got the guy who's going to do the business. You know what I mean? How old is Mr. Train? I don't know. I don't know where Mr. Train is. But an upvote for Mr. Train is always welcome. So, now, I'm going to admit that I'm shit at Dwarf Fortress. Anyone who's good at Dwarf Fortress right now is nodding out of respect, because they acknowledge that the first step to getting okay at Dwarf Fortress, not actually good, but the first step to getting okay at Dwarf Fortress is to be shit. You must be absolute shit at Dwarf Fortress to get good at it. Not good. Okay. Not even okay. Like, not embarrassing. Let's be honest. I need to move those goalposts so close I can walk on them, because I'm going to need it. So we're going to get a lot more plump helmets, and a lot more of the spawn for plump helmets. Like, a lot. There we go. Yep. I'm going to have vast tracts of plump helmets and lots of ale, because we're on top of a fucking volcano. All right. So we have a volcano, and we are going into the volcano. Step 1 of Dwarf Fortress, be shit. Anyone can do step 1. If anyone out there says, I cannot play Dwarf Fortress, I'm waiting for it to have a UI, it has a UI. Learn it. And then when the new game comes out, which isn't new, it just has a new UI, you can continue playing it. Start playing it now. It's fine. Step 1, be shit at Dwarf Fortress. Step 2, wait for it to crash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the E button, and the E button governs embark. It also may crash the game. One of two, fitty. Smash. I have hit the button. I will touch nothing. Nothing will be touched at this point. Now, the music just started again. So far, so good. This is not a crash, but you're not free yet. There is one more screen. One more screen to get through. Without error. And if you get through that screen, you're probably okay. So we have made it this far. This is step 2 of Dwarf Fortress. Your fortress has a name. So, as you can see, the fortress's name is Tulan Domas, Road Guilds. That is the name of our fortress. Tulan Domas, Road Guilds. Strike the earth. Now I'm going to hit the button again. It could still crash, and we would have to start all the way over. Don't worry. I hit the button. I'm touching nothing. I'm touching nothing. This is a moment of panic. My computer is spooling up. It is making more noise. We have reached step 2 of Dwarf Fortress. It is not wise to touch anything at this step. You will feel the want to do so, but you are wrong. Don't touch anything. Don't even think about it. Don't do it. Don't worry. Things are whistling on the computer now. Warp 2. It's doing a lot of calculations right now to make a world for us to play in. It worked. Look at that. Look at that. We made it. Okay, we have now made it to step 3 of Dwarf Fortress. 17 minutes in. 17 minutes in. We've made it thus far. I think we need to have a moment. Because I'm having a lot of anxiety. So, here's the thing. There is a UI for Dwarf Fortress. Do you see this little tab in the upper middle right? That's the UI. Now, some of you are going to say, I hate this. And the people who say I hate this were born 1999 and more recently. People like me remember games like this being very advanced and enjoying them. So I can also make a map show up. It's nice. This is also a game that's actually designed to be played with both hands, which is quite nice as well. Very few games are. Very, very few games are. This game is actually designed to be played with both hands because I can move around with one hand and then I use the UI through the other. Some of you will say get on with it. Alright, so this is the top of the volcano. As you can see, it's full of lava. I see no... Hold on. Let's take a look here. That is a cigarro trunk, so we do have cactus. There is actual cactus on this fucking volcano. So what kind of fucked up volcano is this? What is this made out of? A snow-covered dense baby toes? What? Rhyolite. Baby toes. Baby toes? No, like... So... Baby toes. Baby... Look, baby... What? It... What is... Baby toes? Baby toes. A snow-covered, dense baby toes. Goat, are you making note of the fortress so far? What the fuck? Alright, so here we go. Oh, it's a ground cover plant. Thank God. I am not a person who knows much about botany. And thank you for the note of the subscribers. I was just more worried. So it looks like it's rhyolite and some clay loam and stuff, and then volcano juice. Also, what kind of fucked up botanist is like, you know what, I'm gonna name that Baby Toes. Alright, fine. Let's go down and look at the volcano and see what she's made out of. Oh, clay loam. Nice. Nice. Got a volcano on the porch. That's a little grim. We got some cacti. What do we got here? Let's take a look. Is that rhyolite? Rhyolite. Okay. We got it. Okay. So this is just a fucking volcano. Yeah. All right. Looks like I gotta cut my way in. All right. Now that I've had my freak out about baby toes, let's just go ahead and cut into the wall somewhere. Alright, so what I need to do is get into mining and then start doing stuff that will make the experts of Dwarf Fortress very mad. What am I doing? Let's go down a level. Duh. I'm Elevation 101. For those of you who are wondering why I chose a texture pack that, you know, is so brightly contrasted, I am colorblind. So that's why this is the way it is. Some people don't care for it. Some people don't care for this, you know, pack, and I'm sorry, but I'm colorblind. So I know some people are like, this is the best tile set ever. I don't care. No care. Cannot see. Need higher contrast. You'll also see me looking at everything about 10 times with the K tool, because I'm going to be trying to, unfortunately, remember how to look at things like a moron. All right, here we go. Yeah, I got some special needs eyes. So we have the miners mining, which is great. We have some sort of precipitation. I don't know what, but I'm gonna hope it's normal. It looks like it's just, no, stuff's melting. Okay. That's fine. Why is the magma green? I don't know. I really don't. Choo-choo train. Yeah, the choo-choo train visits a lot. Also, I get a lot of anxiety for some reason when I have to dig into a volcano and I only find the one spout, because I've actually tunneled into a few of it, and it's like a gusher but made of hate. You just bust into it and then all the lava comes out and then you're dead. It's bad. Also, if you say lava in front of people who understand anything about volcanoes, they get very upset. Volcanologists have no chill. You'd think they'd be kind of well adjusted, but they're like, it's not called lava, that's a soap. And you're like, okay, Jesus. Fucking calm down. You think they get mad when people bring up the movie, what was that Tommy Lee Jones movie where he was like using a fire truck to fight a volcano in LA? What was that movie? I don't remember. It was like LA Volcano, 1999, the movie. You know? Just, it was one of those things. One of them disaster movies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dig down. We're just gonna smash into there. Good stuff. All right. Now that we've got that done, let's try to build. What is this shit? The fuck? All right, let's take a look. What is it? It is rhyolite. Okay, so this has to be my farm level. Got it. Loam it is. The Fugitive? Joe versus the volcano? Yeah, that sounds like The Fugitive. I remember that part in The Fugitive. Remember that part in The Fugitive where Tommy Lee Jones... Remember that part in the Fugitive where Tommy Lee Jones had to had to fight that guy by the volcano, and the guy was like, I didn't kill my wife, and Tommy Lee Jones is like, you better get in that fucking volcano. Yeah, that was a good movie. I'm sure that's the movie. Thank you. I kind of want to see that now. Like in the middle of a different movie, you know, volcano disaster film. Will the miners get a pizza party if they don't die? I can tell you that there are people who went to the last big BPL meetup and there was pizza. I did buy everyone. I will tell you this much. The BPL can eat 10 20-inch pizzas at a meetup in about 15 minutes. That's a lot of square foot. That's a lot of board feet of pizza. All right, so, oh, there we go. So we need to find and cut trees down because we are perilously short of tree stuff. Here's some cacti. I'm gonna tell these guys to cut these fuckers down. And hopefully we will get some wood. Hopefully no one else dies. I mean, no one's going to die. No one's died yet. I always say that out. I mean, I'm like, you know, hopefully no one dies, but I know this is Dwarf Fortress, so I'm already presuming someone has fallen off the mountain. It always happens. I always have somebody who decides to go drink the lava, or be like, oh, my shoes are on fire, and holy fuck did the seasons change quick. I thought somebody just, like, broke and, like, went crazy and the world changed. Fuck, that scared me. That or the volcanoes started to get mad. Okay. Movie was Volcano, 1997. Wow, they were bold on that, huh? Bees. Well, alright. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut trees down, and then we will soon have a farm as soon as these miners are done mining. And I don't believe that they're actually the level of mining they said they were on their resume, because they are taking entirely too long to cut shit down. This is loam. Oh, it was not like just plain pizzas. These were like all sorts of pizzas. It was all the things. Yeah, I'm trapped on a snow-covered island that has an active volcano and has cactus growing. I mean, I guess that's a thing. And thanks for the donation, I appreciate it. Upvote's optional, but donations are appreciated. And not to me, to like charity. I have a Patreon. That's another hole. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I wanted to let you guys know, we have more Dwarf Fortress soon. I plan on playing a lot more of this. I like Dwarf Fortress, and I find it kind of chill for a late-night game. What the fuck is that? Hold on. Okay, remember when I said chill? I maybe was exaggerating. What is this? What? What is this creature? Okay, hold on. I need to get to the unit screen. Citizens, right. Pets, livestock, yeah. Others. Ostriches. Are those ostriches? Those don't look like ostriches. What are they? What are they? They're moving around. They're moving around and I don't know what they are. Ostrich. Oh, it is an ostrich. Fuck, I'm just paranoid. I once had a zebra man or something like that walk into Dwarf Fortress and turn everyone into were-zebras and kill everyone in 4 seconds. And I was like, Jesus, fuck. So ever since I've seen anything that approaches the fortress, I'm like, and I'm trying to like blow it up instantly. Just instantly. So I'm just like, and I get nervous. And thank you all for the donations. But yeah, there will be more Dwarf Fortress. I'm enjoying this. And the other thing is more Magistrata Mundanas soon on the podcast. We're going to get into the next more serious series of events. And it gets dumber and dumber and dumber. I think ostrich is in fact super lean, but it also mixes well with anything, like turkey. It's just delicious. All you gotta do is season the shit out of it. And probably reintroduce some fat through, like, bacon, I think. Alright, now we're gonna build ourselves a dwarven drink farm. So, there we go. Farm plot. So, you'll hear me mashing a lot of keys. This is not a mechanical keyboard. If you play Dwarf Fortress with a mechanical keyboard, do not be on Discord. Don't do that. Don't do that to people. It sounds like an operator room from the 1950s. It sounds like Dragnet in the background. It's like... It's nuts. Alright, so we got our beautiful little farm plot, and now I need to actually... Wait a second for him to come in and design it. He's gonna sit there and be like, ah yes, farm plot. As soon as he's designed it, he'll build it. And then as soon as he's built it, he'll be like, ah yes, farm plot. And will I get the new Dwarf Fortress? Yes, I'm going to pay the money. The reason I'm going to pay the money is because they've been working on this thing for 20 fucking years. I've played enough of it. I need to tip the gentleman. Then after that, I'll probably keep playing it for another 20 years as they eventually move into alpha. I don't care. I love games that are just made, that tell fun stories, like how I burned all the elves with fire. It's a very good story. Step 1 is getting this farm going so I can put enough liquor in these a-holes to get them to do more work. It's a game of economies. Ah, Mr. Clicky. Yeah, he was a good keyboard. That was a Corsair, like, cherry red mechanical switches and the loudest fucking goddamn thing in the world. It was, like, horrible. Alright, let's see. Plump helmets year-round because I ain't pretentious. And then we are going to go get into, let's see, stills. Yep. Time to make some corn squeezins. Well, actually, mushroom squee? I should not say that. Kitchen. And then you can put in a food stockpile in all the background at once. And this is not even near efficient, but it's good enough for now. That's the thing is, like, if you pay those dudes, they will do the crown drawings and everything. They're really nice. You should definitely give them money. So we're gonna do some fancy Dwarf Fortress style living on the fort and having a good time. And the chance of seeing 40k content? Probably not, no. I want to steer pretty far away from Games Workshop. I fear them. It's not something I want to make my business in, you know? Will I play Dark Tide when it's probably gotten a little more polished and a lot more support and maybe some more content? Sure, probably, yeah. Yeah, I might play some of that, like as Fireteam Whiskey 40k, that could be fun, but I've seen as it is now and I think it's okay. It needs some work. That's just my opinion. I'm not like a huge aficionado of like Left 4 Dead games or stuff like that. I like some games, but I've watched it and I'm like, I have other games that do this better right now. But again, I never buy anything new. So all the dwarves are bringing the food inside, which is what they do. I don't know, VTuber avatar would be a Glock? No, Death's Gun is actually a 1911. And I watched people play Mechanicus. Thought it was alright. Soundtrack was baller. That was a great fucking soundtrack. That would have been a great soundtrack in fucking anything, too. Solid ass soundtrack. It's not as good as, like, Shipbreakers soundtrack. That's the prime space soundtrack for awarding, I think, right now. But it's up there. Yeah, it's a good one. And that's fine for just not buying something at launch. I mean, just wait a little time. I mean, you know, give people time to do feedback and make the game even more fun, you know? I think that's perfectly fair. Perfectly fair. All right, so what we need to do now is try to get these morons to start... All right. I'm not sure if I even need wood for anything other than barrels, which I may have to trade for rather aggressively. So let's get into... carpenter's shop, and let's start placing this shit around. All right, carpenter's shop, and oh my god, we gotta make it out of wood. Boo. All right, this is gonna be probably one of our big issues. Let's get into a mason's workshop. We're gonna build some rock stuff, except I need harder rocks to build stuff out of. This is just shameful. Rhyolite. Boo. Begin mining. System Shock 2 co-op could be pretty fucking funny. I would just electrocute myself and probably fail everything, but it would be funny. And by that I mean funny for people to watch. I would not have a good time. I was really not a person who enjoyed System Shock. I enjoyed the story. I didn't enjoy the gameplay. And people are gonna say that's terrible, but I'm being honest. I don't always have good taste, okay? Please don't expect a YouTuber to like all the things you like. I thought the story was cooler than the game. So we're just gonna sit here and make some basic finished goods, and we struck native copper. Fucking yes. All right, things are working out for us. Now it's time to make dwarven apartments. All right, that's too far. There we go. And this game isn't terrible UI-wise. This game is not a terrible game UI-wise. A lot of people think it is, but it's all patterns of entry. All right, there we go, and we're mining. So we have our dwarves, and I tell you what, we need to come up with some nicknames for these dwarves. Now, typically, people will say, I'll start naming things after chat. And that's really fun until you realize you're spending 45 minutes naming things as chat argues. So instead, we just need to come up with some nicknames, I feel, that are appropriate to the dwarves, so we can figure them out. You know what I mean? And I've looked at that Worker and Resources Soviet Republic game. I bought it, I played it, and then I got bored of it. And if I get bored of it, I also get bored of the newer Tropicos. I like the OG Tropico, but the newer ones just don't entertain me all that much. I don't know why. Text tell me why we are donating to cancer-stricken children tonight so I can donate. To make up for the rest of the things you will do for the rest of the year. You can at least point back and go, I did good. There, that's why. You get one sanctified feel-good. And we've played Foxhole on the Legion before. We've played it on the channel before. If you can't find it, that's on YouTube, not me. That was actually really fun. There's a lot of people who are assholes in Foxhole, and I didn't want to be one, so I stopped playing. And I'm not saying that Foxhole makes you an asshole. I'm just saying that I found myself in a position to become an asshole, and I said I don't want to become an asshole, so I didn't play it. Alright, so we need some people to do some dwarf names. Now, this guy's name is Shorast Athelvivdabler, and I can pronounce that, so we're just gonna go to him and see what he's doing. He's mining. He's down here minding his own business. Let's see. All right. Thank you, Rabber, for your donation. Thank you, Meme Machine, for your donation. You did your sanctified feel-good. You are now absolved to drink gin flips in the basement for one day. I don't know. What is an indulgence like in the modern age? I am no pope of man and no judge of one, but what would a modern indulgence allow you to do? Like eat bologna in your underwear instead of going out? Or is it just a small thing? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start naming people. Dwarf. All right. Skillet, as in Leroy and Skillet. Thank you for the Detroit callback, Mattis Guardian. All right, so we're gonna view the unit and we're gonna customize and name nickname, and we're gonna go Skillet. That's actually a great nickname for a dwarf. They call me Skillet? Yeah. You broke $1,000 just by sitting around being a bunch of asshole. Actually, you know what, Meme? You donated a big bit, so I'm gonna do what the big streamers do. I'm gonna let you name this other guy. This guy named Dobar. My name Dobar. Let's see, view unit, and we're gonna go into customize. All right, what is Dobar's name? Meme, what is Dobar's name? Let's see what he comes up with. Petey Wheatstraw. God, those are great movies if you've never seen them. They're fan-fucking-tastic. That's what film looks like. Ah, Dobar shall become Beezus. You got it. His name is Beezus Gullfoil. All right. Good job, Beezus. Good job, Beezus. So we've got our dwarves doing their dwarfy thing, which is, you know, it's all right. All right, he's saying we need logs. Well, you could go cut them, you asshole. You don't just have to say, ah, we have no logs. I'm aware we have no logs. Go chop some trees down. Quit being a son of a bitch. How's that? Now just go around the volcano and cut some trees down. Just go to the volcano and cut down these giant cactuses that are like 12 levels tall. Just cut those down, remove them, go out and remove them. There. Now surely nothing bad will happen. Surely. In the meantime, I'm going to build houses for people who have survived. So we're just going to go down there and it's going to be fine. Ah, they've added trains to Foxhole. Okay. I could see where that would be interesting. So here's what we're doing, is I'm building dwarven houses that are entirely too long. Dwarf Fortress assumes that dwarves are massively austere creatures with no one for creature comforts, as could be measured by the likes of a human. And as such, living in a tiny cramped hole in the dark is not just a redditor affliction, but rather a way of life for these hardy creatures of industry. So, what I think is fantastic is that you can make these incredibly small, austere, and terrible, and your dwarves are fine. And by building something even this tiny, you are seen as a kind man. It is good. Yeah, luxury volcano condos. Now, where would you like to sit? Where would you like to live in the volcano condos? Would you like to live close to the hotness of the wall, or are you thinking more away from the fire? Do you like a radiant heat or an oppressive heat? Which of these? I'm just thinking about trying to give these people's families a chance to grow up with plenty of beard. Alright, so we need to put up a few stockpiles here. Now, I try to surround my workshops with similar stockpile, just because handy. Because see, I can do this. I can do that. See, there. And then I go to, and then we have to get into trying to remember workshops. There we go. Just takes a minute. It's all about muscle memory almost, which is bizarre. Even if you haven't played this in a while, you can seemingly figure shit out just by muscle memory. It's like riding a bike. A very shoddy bike that menaces with spikes of incompetence. A gorilla has donated $50 Canada dollars too. And yeah, you gotta make room for long rooms for long beards, man. You gotta plan for the future. This is future-proofing the fortress. When the beards grow very long, which they won't because everyone's going to die of fire or something. I mean, this is... we're assuming. I think that we just have to accept what we're given. I think that that's incredibly important. Mechanics workshop, got that, and good enough. Sure. All right, there. And then I create a stockpile of, not corpses, finished goods. All right, and then take that there, and good. So, reasonable. Canada dollars. It's Canada Tire money. Actually, I'm not going to say that because that's mean. Canada Tire is like Canada's Harbor Freight. It's Harbor Freight's Harbor Freight. Let me be honest. Okay, we got plenty of dwarves doing things, which is amazing, because typically in my fortresses this doesn't go that well. My dwarves just all shit the bed and start screaming. And then I have to get into 10,000 little menus and wonder what the fuck I was doing and which order of which has caused which thing, and it's a very anxiety-provoking game. But if you can do this, you can probably do brain surgery, if you're good at it. I'm not saying they'd survive, I'm just saying you could do it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, the corn workshop. That's right. So how many Canadians out there just are Black Pants Legion people? I'm just curious. Like, just show of hands. How many people up in America's hat? Listen, because I have a question. And I have a question. Why is it that Canadians were so hesitant to embrace Trailer Park Boys and so very proud to remind people of Letterkenny when both are exaggerations of Canadian culture? Did one hit a little too hard? I'm just curious. I just want to know where the split is on that. I enjoy both. I just, as a cultural observation, curious. I'm not an expert in this. I'm just a little, I'm just curious. The weather is cleared. My dwarves are doing things. I'm not worried. Yet. Everything is going too well. Except for the architecture guy. I'm just curious. I mean, I'm just wondering. Very regional shows? Okay, that's fine. I'm mowing the air randers. Yeah, Mr. Dunsworth holds a special place in my heart. Alright, now we're gonna start smoothing all this stone, and then I'm gonna engrave it. That's right. Hey look, here comes Mr. Train for an encore. Why, thank you, Mr. Train. Very appreciated. You know, I'm gonna say this. We have no fires. This is a volcano. There's been no fires, and they are trucking logs around the volcano. No one's fallen in. There's like, hold on. Oh, there it is. There is a Rin. There is a Rin that is flying around the volcano. Just hanging out, having a good one. Just having a good one. Oh yeah, I know the Dwarven apartment has different sides and stuff. Please don't ever point out my lack of symmetry in things, because like in RimWorld, I'll just keep adding to it. I will make things very non-symmetrical. Oh, Cookie stream just finished? I hope nobody came here away from other people's streams. I really don't. This thing will be here forever. Well, until YouTube yeets me or whatever, but please, you know, make sure, you know, doing good. And what do you mean, like, smoothing and engraving before we're done agriculture? You love where this is going? Meme. Come on, it's me. We got 7 dwarves. We're gonna be okay, man. All we're doing is just camped out next to a giant fucking hole of hot. Nobody's died. No one's fallen in yet. Nobody's fallen in yet. We have the songbird of the volcano that says, please mine through the wall and make everyone suffer. So we got logs, somehow. I'm gonna tell this guy to just make some barrels. We're just gonna hang out. Everything's fine. It's a very fine fortress. There's very little to worry about. I don't see anything immediately concerning. I think that we are okay. Now, these guys are going to be smoothing walls for a bit, which is going to take time, but it's also going to make them really fucking good at it. And then we are going to start engraving, which is going to be nice. Praise Zorg for the fire. So the 7s are death. Yes, the 7s are indicating the, from the point of observation, the apparent depth of the volcano. However, this is a lie. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to take our point of view, because we're looking down over the volcano, and watch this. Diablo finger. Diablo finger. This is just a finger doing what it does at an incredible rate of speed. This is why I was quite terrifying in Diablo 2. Ah, there's where it ends. So it goes down a few levels, as you might think. But it's a 7 all the way down, because from this point of perspective, that is as far as it goes. Alright, now I have to come all the way up. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress is a game of Z levels. Alright. Good old times. So yeah, volcanoes go a long way down. It probably does go all the way to the circus, where there is fun. Fun lives in the circus, deep down in the earth. That's a deep-ass volcano. It goes all the way to the circus. The circus that's in the deep parts of the world. That's where they keep the fun. So right now we're just starting to start. We're not doing terribly great. Let's see, what do we got? We're making stuff, but not a lot. And we've made a decent amount of barrels, but we're running out of logs already, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna need to make other shit. And we're gonna need to make other shit quickish. So let's get Mason's workshop. Well. Today is the day that we get into not mason crafting at all, but actual arts and crafting. Now let's go ahead and find, if we can, some things to make. Now, let's see. horn, ivory, silk, rock. All right, let's get, we have lots of rocks here, so let's see what we can make. Rock crafts. Let's see, rock mug. Let's see, what do I want? Ooh, you know what? Today is the day we do nerd shit. We're gonna make dice. And we are going to make figurines. They're not toys, Mother. They're figurines. Thus begins the Neckbeard Fortress. Oh, man. Oh, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some good times. And we're gonna have some fine times. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. We're getting into the rock mug industry. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to open Dwarf Therapist in the background, and I'm going to unfuck these dwarves very quickly, as best possible. Dwarf Therapist is a wonderful program that allows you to unfuck dwarves like you wouldn't believe. Now, many people's opinion on how I run Dwarf Therapist varies, so I don't show it on the screen so people can mind their own business. But I am going to do my best to reassign these dwarves to be less crap. One moment. There's one, and there's the other. You can also make beautiful presets with this and just change what people do. All right, let's do crafts dwarfs and presets for all sorts of labors. There's the craftsdwarf guy. And you're gonna be the booze smith. And what's your job? You're like, what are you claiming to be? You're like, I know, booze smith. Your job is a booze smith. And you, booze smith. There, good, fine. Done, done, and done. Stupid fucking dwarves. All right, so now I have to commit them to all of these things that they are very bad at. And they will all start reeing. There we go. That should about sort it. So now, my dwarves should have modified behavior that I've just plugged in of do this, not that, do this, not that, do that, do this, do that. And when did I hit 100,000 subscribers? Sometime last night. I had a bunch of people on Discord today that were like, "Hey, the thing number," and I'm like, "I have to work," and they're like, "Yes, but this is a good number," and I'm like, "Right, but I have to work." And what kind of game is this? Oh man, it's Dwarf Fortress. It's the game of games. And no dwarves have died so far. I'm just watching my dwarven ant farm. Good times. The thumbnail brought me here. Well, I suppose you could hang around. Where's the dead elf pit? Well, I think that is the dead elf pit I'm gonna be utilizing. As soon as I can get this trade depot up, we can offload some of these rock crafts, and then we can get into more interesting things, which I think is what we should do. But Dwarf is important, and Dwarf Fortress is a game. And I'm not great at it, but thank you for the donations. It's quite nice, and thank you very much. And Metas Guardian, you're right. It is a win RimWorld for autists. And as a Let's Play autist, I say correct. And I've been streaming a while, but just streaming, trying to figure out what I'm doing, and surprised that no one has melted. Hello, Diggs. You should check out Goat's song. Your character in the story of Cripple Bottoms is now remembered for all times in song. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go in and have a good time. So far, the weather's cleared, and some of the dwarves are doing their job. We're almost out of seeds, but we're doing quite well on drink, and I brought a lot of barrels, which is fan-fucking-tastic. You need to do that frequently. Always bring more barrels than you intend to use. That's why it's good to actually bring like one of every food items. Migrants. Excellent. Labor. I need labor. And it's alright, bud. I forgot about 100,000, and then people were like 100,000, and I'm like, I have to still go to a job. This isn't my job. You know? That surprises people, but I'm not good at this for profession. That would be not smart. Me nervous enough as is. Oh. People like Colm. I don't know why they like my NPC. I think that's kind of funny. Alright, carpentry. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, he's making rock figurines. Good. He's not gonna get busted. Alright, so we have a new guy who's gonna be a worker. We have another guy who's a woodcutter. He's gonna be a worker. And let's see, he's gonna work. And then what else? What are you gonna do, Mr. Guy? What's your profession? Oh, you're a weaponsmith? That's cute. Get into work. That's right. Crafts dwarf. Boozesmith? Oh, and an herbalist? No. Welcome to dumb labor. That's actually one of my jobs. Dumb labor. And then soon we will begin the game of Remove Elf. I think almost every Dwarf Fortress player I've ever met has had a psychopathic hatred of elves, and I think that's wonderful that community bonds over that. So I now have 11 dwarves. We have no more seeds, but we have plenty that we can brew into. So what we need to do is we need to get into the kitchen and make sure we're not brewing our 200 plump helmets. This is a very adequate stream of Dwarf Fortress because no one's died and we're halfway through the year. On a volcano! I could not have done this a while ago. Oh, a trade depot over the volcano? Meme, in time, I would love to create a, like, peninsula that goes out over the volcano like here, right? And what I was thinking is having the trade depot over it, and then I was gonna have like a path where I could cut it, and I would love to just cut the peninsula off when the elves are up there, and they just go to the bottom of the volcano and get to explore Armok. I think that's like what I think I want to do. That's what's calling to me right now. That's not terrible, is it? That's not terrible at all. Anyways, I just, it's about, you know, finding solutions and doing what people like. But you know, it'll be good. And 100,000 donations for 100,000 subs? No, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'll be thankful for whatever comes my way. The corn popping forges, excellent. If we did 100,000 donations for 100,000 subs, that would be hilarious. That would be adequate. It would be just in line with every other crazy thing that's happened. I mean, we literally did try to buy Albania's Air Force, and they did quite literally cockblock us, so I'm not sure what fame is good for, but I know what amuses me. Yeah, I mean, the volcano is really just advanced skinny dipping for the elves. And you know, are elves fireproof? That's science. And I think if enough of us watch it, it could be a religion. And so, let's figure that out. Fucking elves. Ow, my shoulder. Oh my god, that hurt. Ah. Oh, I'm nothing but bones and hurt. But the dwarves are remarkably doing well, and we're actually doing arts and crafts. We have figurines. We have nice things. I probably should make a bureaucrat's room. Here we go. Bureaucrat room. The bureaucrat room. I'm going to move the bureaucrat room all the way down here at the end. And that's where the sad bureaucrat will sit. He's going to sit in the bureaucrat room. He's going to count things. He's going to tell me how many beans I have. And then I will throw things at him for talking. And I've played a lot of Deep Rock Galactic. I just don't record it. And it's infrequent. I don't play it all the time. But I played a bit. And it's alright. So we're doing good. Put a bureaucrat in a tower? No, that expends resources. I'd rather dig him a sad hole at the end of a very lonely walkway. I think that would be better. I think it would be fun if he had to go into the shame corner. Because he's not a worker. Dwarves praise workers. The kings and the bureaucrats, those who determine what shall be made, folly. The strength of the craft is the important part, brother. That's what Dwarf Fortress is about. Forging and industry and killing elves. And so, we're gonna get there. It's about the small things in life. What GPU did I upgrade to? I trusted Mike with the suggestion and then I paid for it. I couldn't fucking tell you. The old one was old. It was very old. A shame tower. Yeah, just make it out of loam so it's just moist. So far, we have, unfortunately, a number of idle dwarves because they're lazy. I'll fix that. So we're gonna brew a drink from a plant, and we're gonna do that forever. And we're just gonna make a lot of boozahol. And then I'm going to try to go around and try to get the dwarves to cut the rest of the fucking trees down. There. There's the root of that son of a bitch. Alright. Cut down tree. Yeah. Why is that acting fucky? Ah, more cacti. We will cut these down as well. Good lord. Yeah, this is a steep-ass volcano. Well, at least I'll see invaders coming. There we go. Just gotta rev that finger back up. There. Comes in handy in Dwarf Fortress. Oh, I like that idea. Someone needs to make an elf fortress where they just sit around writing poetry and it take 1,000 years of game time for anything interesting to happen. Beezus wants a cactus full of bees. I ain't seen any bees, man. I ain't seen any cacti bees. I'm not sure if bees like volcanoes. I don't seem to recall that in the bee movie, which I've had shown against my will to me for years. Why was that a thing? And YouTube recommending me? Oof. There was a time when that happened. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, so we're getting our liquor aquarium supplies back up high. We're just building piles of stuff. We have all sorts of toy dolls and figurines and dice. Like serious big boy people do. And, yeah, we'll be alright. I've got the mountaineers out mountaineering and cutting stuff. Dwarves are coming and going. And hello, everyone. Digsbury Farm remembers. We desire a sad loam beehive. I ain't seen anybody. I don't see any bees. I see a butterfly. I've seen some ostriches. I've seen cactuses. Yeah, I see a lot of different bees. And hi, Cookie, how's it going? And yes, it is now Dwarf times. Think about how different the bee movie would have been if there were no jokes about bees, no puns about bees, and it had been played literally straight the whole way. Just curious. I'm not trying to say this is In the Mouth of Madness manifesting through a tired man's voice, but I think that would be an interesting movie. Alright, so we must build the hive and see if bees. Fairly well. Alright, let's see. Nest box or a hive. Alt-H, Alt-H. Needs hive. So I'm going to need to craft that out of crap. Which means probably rock. Rock figurine has been da-da-da. Let's see. Rock. Let's see. Oh, shit. I clicked off the thing. That is a pain in the ass. So you have to be careful when you're navigating here. All right, we're going to make some rock hives so we can plant. We will see how many bees have. And thank you all for the congratulations, but as I've told people, I would rather do a real good job for, you know, a handful of my friends and make fun content with my friends. It's why I like playing Goat's music or Jekyll's music. I mean, Jekyll sang Gun Cargo so good that YouTube insists that's John Denver singing Gun Cargo. Seriously. It's great. We're gonna make some bees. Alright, let's see. We need a nest. No, hive. Alt-H, Alt-H. There we go. Okay, we're just gonna put some. We're gonna put a hive by the volcano. Okay. We're just gonna put a rhyolite hive next to the volcano. And we'll just see what happens. And good morning, Britain. So far, we've smoothed half a hallway. Uh-oh. The outpost oh, a caravan. A caravan arrives. 7 months in, a caravan arrives. And they come from the north, which is odd because I think we're on an island. So, amazing service for them. We actually have a trade depot. The question is, can they reach it? Because if not, I may have to cut a road down the mountain, which would be a really cool engineering experience. Because I'd have to build some road out. So I'm not sure if they can... Nope, they can make... Oh my god. He's almost doing what we did in Spin Tires yesterday. Holy fuck. Alright, that scared me for a minute. I thought he was going to tumble in and then it was going to be like, you suck. Alright, I want you to bring me wood. Nothing but wood, seeds, and... what else? We gotta be weird. Bring me the cheeses. Alright, there. That's what I desire. Uh-huh. What does he want? Short swords? Figurines? Oh my god. Figurines. 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 Figurines? That's what they want. I am a genius. So we're going to have some fun. Let's go into our crafts. Oh, look at all these figures. Boom. Yeah, crutches, probably shouldn't trade those. People need them. But we have arts and crafts, and we're going to move them from the depot. And you better fucking do that. Also, let's see. You. Let me think. Nobles. There we go. Brooker, bookkeeper. Okay, so let's see. Where's Dodoc? I'm gonna make Beezus do it. Beezus, get your shit together. God damn it, Beezus. We don't have time to fuck around. I'm going to make a lot of money because they're figurines, not toys. We're doing alright. Alright, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna trade. Yeah, that many. And the... what do I want? Let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna take these barrels. Barrels and buckets. Not that crossbow, that's expensive. Alright, not that spear. I don't have that kind of money. I'm gonna take some of these barrels. Now, he's got some barrels that are full of stuff. I don't care about that. I will take the liquor. Oh, he won't trade at a loss, eh? Alright. Asshole. He's like, your shit's not worth that much. But you can go suck it. Oh, I see why. Hold on. That bucket's worth a lot. Yep. That was a masterwork bucket. It contained exactly the correct amount of water. That's why. I see. They're action figures. Beezus counts bees. Apparently not. He's just not doing it. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out the Steam release. I mean, shit. It's overdue to pay these people fucking money for all the work they've done. I mean, fucking 15 years of game dev. You gotta pay the piper. Even if you don't intend to play Dwarf Fortress long term, like, please commit money to people who can see things in terms of generational projects. It's rare. And it's gorgeous. Alright, so we've sold a lot of the... What the fuck? What is this? Rhyolite dye. Alright, I'm gonna see if they will take the dye. Move goods to depot. Plants, dwarf, anvil, nuggets? Tools. It's saying that these are tools. Okay, I get it. I think that dye and alright. Unless this is tool dyes, in which case I'll sell those as well. That's good business. Tool dye manufacturing is huge. And I hope Zack and Tarn get uploaded into AIs so they can continue what they're doing forever. Yeah, we'll be the guys who make Dwarf Fortress the top seller. Surely, Diggs. Surely us. Surely us with our enormous pull. We will be the champions of making it a... I think everyone knows what Dwarf Fortress is. Like, every so many years, there's an article. There's an article by PC Gamer or whatever, and they'll be like, the amazing story of Dwarf Fortress. And I'm like, well, you could play it. And then people talk about it, and I'm like, well, you could play it. I mean, it's not that hard. If I'm doing it, it can be done. If a schmuck like me can do it, you can do it. I'm gonna buy some yak cheese. I don't know if that's any good, but I'm gonna buy it. He won't take the dyes. I can only have one cheese. This is most depressing. Oh, God. And I mean, I think everybody should give them money, at least once. At least once. We need to install bees on that hive. Well, it would require this guy to come over here and actually finish the job. He won't do it. It says there's the hive. Yep, needs beekeeping. Let me double check Beezus here quick. That raises a valid point. Let's see. Beezus. There we go. Let me double check. What was that? Some migrants have arrived. Excellent. More labor. Let's see. Butchering, tannery. All right, I put it in. It's done. It looked like it got unticked, so good call. There we go. Back to where we are. So these dies aren't worth shit. But the figurines are. No, not that. Stop removal. Add new task. Rock. Yeah, we're gonna make figurines. They're not toys, Mom. They're figurines. That's enough rock hives. Rock, figurines. We must make figurines. This is our business now. And then we need to make, actually, rock, Let's see. Rock blocks for a bit. And bust these things down. Mechanics. Make some rock mechanisms. There we go. Alright, fine enough. Yeah, the sex bots always arrive at some point. It's how you know that YouTube really does care about, you know, catering to the varying needs of its community. Sex bots. Alright, now let's see what we got. I now have to reassign my workers by their technical profession. Let's see. Boozesmith, dumb labor, boozesmith, woodcrafter. That's not a job. In my fortress. There's craftsdwarf, and you'll get to it. Let's see. Blacksmith. That actually is going to probably be our first blacksmith. And I might make a magma forge just because that's cool. And I build them every so often, and I always forget what I'm doing when I do that. And I go, oh, I'm a smart guy. And I'm not. I'm never a smart guy at this game. Remember, rule number 1 is to suck. You're gonna suck. You are going to suck at Dwarf Fortress. You're gonna suck real hard at Dwarf Fortress, and that's okay. That is more than okay. You're gonna have a bad time to have a good time. So don't worry about it. I wouldn't. Alright, there we've got our stone crafters and shit. Everyone should be doing their thing. Let's see, beekeeping. All right, so we got plenty going fine. And wow, Matt is Guardian. Thank you for the donation. Ah, we have many dwarves. Many dwarves. Yeah, and it wouldn't be a charity event without porn bots, right? I mean, that's typically how it is. And yeah, there's a lot of things going. Hey, Mage Leader. And yeah, it's when it comes down to like Dwarf Fortress, every version of this game has a super weapon. And it's usually not intentional. They're usually accidental super weapons. Catsplosion was one of them. There was an era where elephants ruled this game. There was an era where the most terrifying thing in this game... Oh look, flowers are coming out. That's nice. On the volcano as a flower season. Jesus fuck. That's weird. But yeah, there's a lot of fun things that can happen. I think the most terrifying thing in Dwarf Fortress, though, like one of the most genuinely terrifying things in Dwarf Fortress, is the humble carp. For a long time, that killed everybody. The carp stands up is a statement in Dwarf Fortress that is permanent and terrifying. Carp used to kill whole fortresses. Okay, so hold on. It looks like, one second. Okay, so he's put his hive down. Is it finished? It looks like it is. All right, install a colony when ready. Oh, install a colony when ready? Yeah, okay. Not ready to be split. All right, looks like we're gonna have some bees installed at some point. And let's not talk about the diesel carp and the accidental rolling down the mountain thing we did. The accidental rolling down the mountain thing we did is not that important. It just happens. It just happens, and I'm not terribly worried or upset, okay? I just think that sometimes diesel goes in the river, and Deputy and I got the diesel out of the river. Ah, yeah, Retro, you're right. The murder sponge, that was bad. And then the zombie whales were pretty bad for a while. So far, we've had bees. That's it. We'd have an urge to build bees, and we've built essentially nothing, and just smoothed the wall. So we're pretty all right. It says we need more hard rock. Oh, cool. We're using all of the rock up. Excellent. That's good to see. So now I need to build these. I'm going to build these other rooms, and they're going to be a lot better. Not really. I'm just going to say that. I'd be like, oh, you should have seen the old rooms. They were terrible. I will promise the dwarves a very nice series of rooms. What they will get is what they make, and we'll see. But these are going to be luxury dwarven apartments when done. Results may vary, like most things in life. However, this person on the room end has just to make do. That's suck it. That's what you get. We'll be fine. Every bedroom is a wide hallway? Are you crazy? No, these are luxury dwarven rooms. Luxurious dwarven estates. There's so much room for activities. You could run to one end of the hallway. You could run to the other end of the hallway. You could... Rooms. There's plenty to do. There's so many activities. I could think of, they could shout in their room. I mean, you know, all the things you need. So, yeah, don't judge. We're gonna... I'll fill the room with needless things that will distract them. Don't worry. Dwarves usually like the rooms I make. We'll read the engravings soon enough to understand what their psychology is. I know you can read all the dwarves' back histories and stories and stuff. That's boring. I'm gonna read and see what they put on the wall, because that's permanent. I mean, you could bowl in your room? You could joust? You could joust with your friends. We have over 400 drink, which is pretty nice. We get very narrow migrant waves, though. It's not a lot of population, which is interesting. We're going to continue to make figurines. We have almost no wood, which sucks. I've told the guys out there to actually go get it, but they won't. So we're going to be limited, but we have plenty for now. And I'm hoping maybe as we get lower, we might get into like the underground caverns and shit, and I might be able to knock down some, you know, weird stuff down there. Or uncork the evils and destroy the world. I mean, either or could happen. It's Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress is a DM that has DMT and a little bit of acid on his brain, and he's just like, you know what? Remember that thing you forgot about 18 years ago? And you're like, no. And you're like, now you fight it. It's existential dread with a little bit of Hunter S. Thompson. I like it. I'm trying to get these people to cut down some of these cacti. They won't do it. They won't do it seemingly easily, but they're also easily distracted by crap. They'll be like, ooh, shoes. And I'm like, please, don't pick those up. And they're like, oh, it's fire. And fire is good. And I hope we get a Forgotten Beast. Something like that would be interesting. So far, it's been a calm year. So far, it's been a good year. And this is base game. This is the game that... This is the music that's been in Dwarf Fortress for a long time. Alright, so I'm gonna take this wagon apart. Hopefully. Uh-oh. I think the wagon is glitched out. Cool. I'm gonna need to change the rules on the stockpile. Let's see. Enable. Enable, 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 enable. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes. That might work. So what we've got is this wonderful time of moving things in, and looks like the dwarves will actually be able to do okay. We're slowly getting more materials, and thanks. 100,000 is weird, but it's not why I want to do it. It's more about moments like this, really. Waiting for this fortress to collapse because one of these small creatures has decided, deep in their brain, that today is the day they eat that cat by tearing it in half in front of its owner, and then, well, praise Armok. Is that a bee? 1 second. Bee. Oh, no. What? There. Honeybee worker. We have a honeybee here. We have a honeybee. Wow. We actually have bees. My daily carry, I will never tell. That defeats the purpose. We got bees, boys. We got bees. We got bees. So now we're going to put more bees down so we can have more bees, right? That's what this is about. Bees finds a way. So we're going to have more volcano bees, and we're just going to place just a few more volcano beehives, and we're just going to place them there, and they'll be very fun. And I'm not sure if this fortress will have luck. It's Dwarf Fortress. But we are installing hives, and we will have volcano bees. I don't know how. And as far as it comes down to cats, dogs, or both, I'm amenable, so long as they are behaved. Ooh, we struck amethyst. So we've got some amethyst we've hit, which is good. This is an export material that can bring us lots of money if we do it right. We need a gem cutter, though. And gem cutting in this game can make you ass loads of money if you know what you're doing. So, good times. What I want to do, though, is I want to create a fucking door for my fortress. So we're going to do that. And in a recent fortress, unfortunately, I had the worst door. I actually made a door out of 10. I mean, like a giant corrugated thing of 10 was my front door, and it was very embarrassing, and I think that wind blew, and that destroyed it. It was that shit-ass of a door. I was so embarrassed. I think it blew away in the wind. I didn't like how that worked out. I didn't like how that worked out at all. So let's see. We're gonna need to build ourselves a fucking bridge. And then we need to figure out what we're doing. In that order. It's not always the smartest thing I'm doing, but it is a thing. So when we build a bridge, you always have to keep in mind that it has a retraction point, and that retraction is going to go in a direction. You need to make sure your bridge raises. Otherwise, it's a shit-ass bridge. So then we're going to build this out of blocks. There we go. I'm not a good fortress maker. I can make them last, but maybe not the most interesting person to play. Now, if you want to learn how to play this game, Krug Smash. Watch Krug Smash. Watch Krug Smash. Krug Smash owns this shit. He makes this look easy. He is really, really good at this game. He is the master of this. Uncontested. Go watch Krug Smash play. A Winchester 95 or a Savage 99 depends on the quality. I mean, depends on what you have in your hand. What ifs are fine, but what ifs are all day. Depends on what you got. What's funny is with Krug Smash, I jokingly said when I started recording Dwarf Fortress that Krug Smash would show up and say, "That's my bread and butter you're fucking with." He literally showed up after I had done that and said, "That's my bread and butter you're fucking with," like as a joke. And he was like, "Haha, I'm just joking. Like, please don't, we're not starting any beef or whatever." He was just that funny. Like, he's really, really like with it. And he's a sweet, sweet human being. So please check his shit out. Please. He would watch what I'm doing and go, "This fortress is awful." He would just watch and say, like, "Please stop. Get some help." I don't doubt Krug stabs, though. He seems like a very stout man who menaces with competence. And as far as doing okay, I made my peace with that when I made the video about whale guns and friendship. The nature of that is, I may not ever be okay, but in seeking purpose, you can find you can be okay with a lot of hardship, and it restores you in the process. Okay is relative. Having fun? Yes, that is sufficient. So we are building our... Oh, we've got it. We have a rhyolite bridge, boys. So now we're going to build our little control station over here. We're gonna have a lever, and then we're gonna link that bridge up so I can pull the lever, and I can catapult people if I want to. That's gonna be important. Now the fortress doesn't actually have to be functional, but you do have to be able to throw people through the air, and that is kind of not negotiable. You need that bridge. Now, the other thing I'm probably going to do is figure out how to build a bridge with a trade depot over the magma, because I think that'll be really funny. Because I want a trade depot over there in case the elves show up, and then I can just saw it off. It'll be really fun, and it will establish, I think, what I feel is important in a fortress. Which is just, well, all elves must die. So here's what we're gonna do. We've got our little area. Now we're gonna build, and we're gonna go into, not that, trying to remember, levers. Levers, there we go. And then we're gonna have a lever, and we're gonna have a lever right here. And we're gonna connect that with the rhyolite mechanism. And then we are going to, as soon as that's done, then we have to link it up with the bridge, and then we have to test it. All right, there. Add new task, link up bridge, and then I enter assign, and then I assign the mechanisms, and then there we go. If we do this right, we should have our heavy bridge. Label my lever. Why would I ever need to do that? Oh, there's a good idea, Comrade Havoc. I like that one. What if I built a tavern over the lava? What if I just built a tavern over the lava, precariously held by like a handful of blocks, and it just hangs there? And when it's full of elves I don't like, I just remove a block. Trade caravans will eventually lose their minds. I think they will start fighting each other or starve to death. I mean, all sorts of crazy things can happen. All right, let's see. Let's see. Add, let's see. Pull the lever. Do task now. All right, let's see. Lever up. Okay, it worked. Excellent. Add new task. Pull the lever, and then do task now. All right. So the bridge works. Oh, Toaster Tuesday is coming up soon on the WBPL. Well, I tell you what, I've been doing this stream for about an hour and 43 minutes, and I think this would be a fine time for me to cut it down for now, and then come back with more Dwarf Fortress later in the week if I feel like it. But I want to tell you guys, please go check out Toaster Tuesday on WBPL 76. Will is having a really fun time, and it's a good time to check in. And as well, the Magistrata Mundanus will have new episodes soon, and the Charger will be soon. Trust me, we've gone over the top, and the wait is most certainly worth it. At any rate, guys, I'm gonna sign off from Dwarf Fortress from now. It is only Tuesday, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Keep your stick on the ice. We're all in this shit together. Except for these dwarves, they're gonna die in that volcano. You know it. You just know.